And welcome to Savage Gamer. Well, I thought it's about time I did this video. I'm going to be doing my picks for the top 10 story-driven games on the PlayStation 4. That's basically like your point-and-click adventure titles, your walking-type simulators, and your decision-based games. As you guys know, that's one of my favorite genres of games. I mean, I love a lot of your standard stuff, but that's one of my personal favorites. And I thought it'd be a great idea to give you guys my top 10 picks of story-driven games that I love on the PlayStation 4. And as always, guys, this is going to be my picks, so everybody's going to have different opinions and different games they might not see on the list that they like. And if that's the case, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. Furthermore, I want to thank everybody, as usual, for all the new subscribers, for all the likes I've been getting. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. I will always, as always, have my Patreon linked down below if you want to help support me, picking up new games, aka hidden gems. Don't worry, there's more coming on the way. Switch and PS4. I think Switch will be first, though, so stay tuned for those. Other than that, just been busy, working as always, but I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about any of that. I guess you guys want to hear my picks, so without further ado, let's get it started.
I am stuck in a war between my dreams and my reality. The demons in my sleep are no different from the demons in real life. I've been given a power I didn't ask for, and my only chance is to find out why. Some will try to help me, many will get in my way, but I will find the truth, one way or another.
I want to start with an interesting one, Past Cure. This is a little bit of a deviation to the rest of the games on this list. This does have some action elements to it. It's like a weird splice between like action, puzzle, and like story-driven decision-making. The reason I like this one was because it was very unique story. It was very almost like Inception type, really weird. Makes you question things. It's really cool. It's not for everybody. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very different. Pretty hard to find, actually, as well. So picking up one of these might become more difficult as time goes on. I don't think they really released a lot of copies of this game. I had to check it down like 7 different GameStops before I found it originally. But nevertheless, you can get this for around $15 right now at GameStop if you can find it, which I would recommend from a collector standpoint. Just adding it to your collection can go up in price, but more so also because it's pretty fun. But nevertheless, if you're looking for a good story for a cheap price, definitely worth picking up and trying out. I would let you guys know I enjoyed it.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Wham! Trapper strikes again.
You're on death row. Did you forget that?
For crimes I didn't commit. Did you forget that?
What do you think?
You check upstairs. I got this floor.
Becky? God damn it, where are you?
Hey! Hey! I'm going in alone.
Tell me the truth.
I did not kill anybody.
Hey! What's going on?
Number 9, we actually have Hidden Agenda. This is almost like you have 2 games in one here, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, if you're playing this single player, it's a lot like playing Until Dawn, where you just basically need to uncover a mystery, make your decisions. It actually has a really good well acted, like, voice cast and characters. The motion capture was very well. It's made by the studio who did Until Dawn, so you get what you expect out of that, which was a really good game, might I add. But that being said, you either get that, which is a lot of fun story. It is short. That's the one thing I will warn you guys. You're getting like maybe 4 hours worth of story, 3 to 4 hours at most. But you can pick this up for around like $5 to $10 right now, so definitely worth picking up. But the other heart of the game is a party game at heart. You play it with your cell phones, and everyone will basically get a different agenda that they need to achieve, and they're trying to make the decisions in the game that will sway things in their favor. So each of you have your own little things you're trying to do, and it's really fun. If you got like several friends, like 6 players up to, with your cell phones, it's really fun. And if you have a party going on, it's actually something to pop in there and have a good time with. But definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth the $5 to $10 you can get. It's not going to be rare or anything like that, but it's a lot of fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So I'd pick this one up.
Noah? I want to go home.
I'll get you home. But you know what being here means, right?
It's a dream world?
It's a world between life and death. I'll get you home, I promise.
But how?
There are only Seekers and Rebels left in this world.
What are these Seekers?
They're puppets of the False Queen. We want to put an end to the False Queen, and we finally have the shard to find her.
It's the last shard of the mirror. If it falls into the False Queen's hands, no one will ever find her. Her reign over silence will go unchallenged.
She sent the Seekers, killed our family, took away everything we held dear.
Anyone still out there is going to die. All of them.
What have you done? No!
Number 8, we have Silence. This is a really cool, unique fantasy story-driven puzzle game. That it's actually on its 10th anniversary on this game. I think it came out on PC, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day. It only got a physical release actually in Europe, so getting a physical copy may be a pain in the ass for a lot of people. But definitely, if nothing else, download it through PSN. A lot of fun, though. I like the story in it. A lot of fantasy elements. You're looking at like a mix between Fable and like, I don't know. It's really unique. You're basically trying to get like your little sister home, which is cool, but I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth picking up. It's definitely, like, price-wise, you can probably download it for, like, $5 at most, $10 at most on PSN. But definitely worth trying out, guys. And I think I personally enjoyed it. Again, this may be one of the ones that's not for everybody, but I think it's definitely worth checking out. And I think the next one, a lot more people have played, so stay tuned.
Get away from me! Don't make me do this!
You've been all by yourself through this?
Yeah, I want my parents to come home now.
The next generation has to be stronger than the last. If we're gonna get through this, lead us out of this.
I don't know you. I don't trust you. And I'm not taking any chances.
number 7, we have Telltale's The Walking Dead series. This series came out a long time ago, actually on the 360 and the PlayStation 3, and has since gotten re-released on the PlayStation 4, as well as a new one, which was The New Frontier. And the latest and the final part is actually due out this year, which I'm really excited about, by the way. This series has been really enjoyable. It got, I think, a lot of people into the story-driven, like, decision-making games. Especially the first one, which got a lot of critical awards, won a ton of awards, and it was a great game, might I add. If you're familiar with the television series or the comic book, you know where this is going. Although the characters in this series I actually like a lot more than a lot of the characters in the comic books and even the television series. That being said, this series is really good. I have them individual, but they have recently released, according, you saw the trailer on it, all of them on one disc now, so you can actually play through the entire series on one disc, which is really cool, and I think it's only like $30 or so. It's definitely worth picking up, especially if you're a fan of the series, and even if you're not. The later one, like number 3, was okay. 2 was pretty good, but 1 was actually the best, and I would highly recommend, if you're kind of on the fence on it, pick up the first one, if nothing else, and give it a try, but definitely worth the whole series, and I can't recommend it enough. Go ahead and pick these up, guys.
What's in this cave down here?
NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous. You're in it, aren't you?
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
Damn it. That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off.
I'll see what I can do.
You think you'll take to it? Being out here? The isolation gets to people. I don't talk to the other lookouts as much as I talk to you. Not in the same way.
What makes me so special?
2 young women have been reported missing. You're probably the last person to have seen them.
Hey, you kids! Somebody cut the comms.
What?
I'm out here and the wire is cut clean through.
Wait, you're already there? You're not in your tower?
No, I'm not.
Then who is?
Number 6, we have Firewatch. I think a lot of you guys are probably familiar with this game. It got a lot of critical acclaim when it released. It's a fantastic game. It's definitely more of a walking simulator. If you know what those types of games are, you basically are going to be walking from point A to point B to enjoying the story. But man, did this have a really fun story. Definitely worth picking up. That being said, if you're a collector, and I am, as you can tell, this game is incredibly hard to find physically. It was only released through limited run games, and it's going currently for around almost $100 physical copy. You can download it though for like $10, and if nothing else, I highly recommend you experience this. This is a fantastic story. I don't want to spoil anything with it, but definitely you'll enjoy the ride, guys. Pick this up.
I'm sure my mom was just trying to protect me. Now that there's only one of us left, I thought it was time I heard the stories. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. But it had to end one way or another.
Number 5, we have What Remains of Edith Finch. This is a really cool, another walking simulator, guys, I know. I do enjoy them as well. Like, they're a lot of fun. If you're into stories, and that's what I am into, there's a really good story in this game. It won a lot of awards. I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's just say she's looking to a curse. And that's all I'm going to say. Because with these kind of games, that's the point. You're playing it for the story. You're not playing it for the gameplay. Like, you're playing it for the story, and this is an amazing story attached to it. Same as the other one. Physical copy, only released to a very obscure website. Very expensive. You're looking at $70 to $100 for a physical copy. But, again, you can digitally download it, $5 to $10. You definitely need to experience this. It's a lot of fun. I would tell you more, but I don't want to spoil the story. With walking simulators, you need to experience yourself. That's how you get the experience. Play it, download it, enjoy it.
Imagine a night
This was the right thing to do.
where every decision
What the hell was that?
and every single action
I just saw someone at the cabin.
affects your fate
Very funny. Guys, come
and the fate of those around you.
Oh my god, what the hell was that? We need to go get help now.
Could you live with the consequences? Until dawn, only your choices determine who will survive.
To make this real quick, guys. Until Dawn's amazing. I've covered this several times. Tons of media outlets have already covered it. Sold millions of copies. I think it's pretty much understood that this is an amazing story-driven game. One of the best horror games on the PS4 as well. And one of the best exclusive games on the PS4. That being said, it's not my favorite story-driven game, believe it or not. It is a lot of fun, and I absolutely adore this game. But what else is there to be said? Everybody knows about this. Pick it up if you haven't already played it.
They say that every story has a beginning and an end. But that isn't always the case. Some stories simply stop. My name is Zoe Castillo. I'm dying.
I am Kian Alvane. I was the apostle, but now I'm a rebel. I've turned my back on my people to ensure our so-called leaders stand trial for their crimes.
I dream a lot. They're very vivid dreams. Lucid. Not like normal dreams at all.
I think it's right of you to focus on remembering. I believe it will help you wake up.
Wake up? What do you mean? I am awake.
This is bad thing, not good thing. Bad thing.
They don't know that someone is stealing their dreams, using them to reshape reality.
Part of you is lost in dreaming, and part of you is a dream.
The thing is, my body may be here in a hospital, but my mind is elsewhere.
Do you have any idea where he is?
With the rebels, I'm sure.
Might protect us. What are you saying? That's impossible. He's supposed to die. You know our cause is true. You know that your people are in the wrong. Do this, and begin your journey back to life. Wake up, Kian. Wake up!
Where in Shadow's name am I?
The fate of worlds falls on you now.
Number 3, we have Dreamfall Chapters. I love this game series. It was like a long hiatus. It's been going on for a very long time. First on the PC, it had one on the original Xbox, and they pretty much finished it here on the PlayStation 4. But it didn't get a physical release in the US. It only is in Europe. Very obscure. I don't think a lot of people even know about this series, but it is a great game. I love the story in this series. Think of Inception involving dreams and reality. A lot of things about like altering reality. What is reality? It's just a great story between different times, and it's all connected through a really fun main character, and I can't recommend this enough. If it's available through digital download, download it. Physical copy is actually about $30 to import it from Europe, but I can't recommend this enough. This is a point-and-click adventure type game, so if you're into those, this is a fantastic game. I love the series. Give it a try.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy.
There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous.
My name is Kara.
This is where it all began. The world's forge. And it will all end.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of Alice.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. The company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
My name is Marcus. Just like you, I was a slave.
Thank you, Marcus.
Then I chose to open my eyes, to take back my freedom, and decide who I wanted to be. Now I have come to tell you that you can be your own masters. I've come to tell you that you don't have to obey them anymore.
Get away!
Fight Jericho!
I know someone who can help you.
How do I know you are not a deviant?
They are not machines!
I could take you there.
Go! See that?
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor.
My name is Marcus.
I say, guys, this was gonna make it. I know it was on my last video, but this is one of my favorite story-driven games on the PS4, hands down. I covered it in the last game. It's just an amazing story. This game got to me. The story, the characters, everything about it. I can't say enough about it. If you haven't played it, pick it up. What are you waiting on? It's a PS4 exclusive. I'm sure you've heard a lot of talk about it. If you like any kind of semblance of story-driven games, if you like any of the games I listed below, you're going to like this. And as you guys know me, you probably already know what's coming up for number 1, but buy it.
Sunshine for everyone, but as far as I can remember, we've been migratory animals living under changing weather.
This was coming, but Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm, my favorite story-driven games on the PS4, hands down. The characters, the story, everything about it, I just absolutely adore. Even if you're not into story-driven games, I find that a lot of like people that don't know they will be are engrossed in this. There's quite a lot of female friends of mine that absolutely adore this game, and I'm right there with them. This game is just phenomenal. What is it? Life is Strange 2 should be coming out this year, and I can't wait for that. I am so excited for that. So please, if you guys play this series, if you love it, you're going to want to download as it comes out, episode by episode of Life is Strange 2. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to buy a physical release when they release all of it at once. I can't say enough about this game series. It's definitely worth picking up. I would highly, highly recommend it. And that being said, guys, that's my collection of my favorite story-driven games on the PS4. And like I said before, these are my favorites. I'm sure you guys have yours. And before anyone posts anything and says, well, what about God of War or The Last of Us or Uncharted, I don't consider those story-driven, like, they're not the decision-making games like point and click and like the choose-your-own-adventure style stories. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love The Last of Us and God of War and Uncharted. I have them all in collections back there, and I can't get enough of them. They're more of my, I consider action story-driven, but I love them still the same. I love those games. Would play those if you could. I mean, you should have already played those, to be honest, but if you haven't, play them. That being said, guys, I want to thank you guys. I know it's been a few weeks before I made my last video. It's just, my schedule is so hectic. I try to get these out to you guys as much as I can, but work and life in general has a way of preventing me sometimes from making as many videos as I would like. Like I said, there's 2 hidden gem videos in the pipeline coming up. But more importantly, I actually do want to do a couple of deck profiles for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to be throwing up probably in the next week or so, which, stay tuned for those. For the of you who like Yu-Gi-Oh! You might enjoy the content. If not, I have, like I said, 2 hidden gem videos coming up. And one other video for a different, I haven't done yet, but I want to try this system out and see how it works. Most importantly, I actually wanted to ask you guys ideas for things you'd like to hear me talk about or do, or maybe do a video on. And I know I got a lot of you guys, and I got like over 260 subscribers. So if you guys actually want to throw down below in the comments suggestions for videos, I would really appreciate some suggestions down in the comments down below on this one. I really want to know what you guys would like for me to cover. Maybe news, maybe gaming news, maybe any other kind of news. My thoughts on things. I really would like to hear you guys' thoughts down below. And as always, please subscribe. Thank you to all my current subscribers. But if you're new to the channel or anything, hit subscribe. Ring that notification bell for all the videos I post out. My Patreon will be in the link down below, as well as my Twitch channel. So go ahead and check those out. But I want to thank you guys, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.